have this show just so I could have some good dialogues and debates and yeah, change minds like that. But they don't do it. They don't do it. And every time I try to go onto these Jewish lives, the haters, there's so many trolls that right when I hop on, they're like, fake rabbi, fake Jew, fake. They won't debate me, which I think older people could see through it. They're like, well, you're calling him names, and wouldn't it be easier to discredit someone by showing they don't know anything than by just calling them names? Yeah, however, most people on TikTok aren't wise from that perspective. They like the drama.
Exactly. It's always like this. I mean, most people follow, first of all, you're swimming against the stream, so that makes sense. It's good. I think it's good that you are saying what you're saying. You're essentially, um, I think you're making things better, making improvement, but it is to be expected that you are going to face a lot of,
I know.
resistance. Yeah.
Yeah, that being said, unfortunately, most people who teach Judaism on TikTok are not on TikTok to teach Judaism. They're here to socialize and make friends, and right, I'm only here to educate. Right, I'm not here to argue Israel Palestine. There's enough people doing that, by the way, and I think that's a commendable thing. I mean, someone has to do it. Right? I'm just assuming they don't make us look ridiculous. Right? I've seen people, some guys, they're wearing female clothing, and they're promoting Israel to an opposition that's religious, and especially when our the biggest supporters of Israel are Christians, 100%. If it wasn't for Christians, there would be no Israel. That's a fact. Just like if it wasn't for World War II, there'd be no Israel. If it wasn't for the United States, there would be no Israel. In 1973, it was Nixon. He recharged the Israeli military with weapons because they were out and they were being cornered with Arab armies coming from the north and the south. And they were about to give up. There's stories about Moshe Dayan under the table crying. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, this idea